High in the hierarchy of this Luciferian occultic conspiracy which has historically been known as the Cold War. Your age group, Brian. And since it is simultaneously the age group of our central target, my nephew, it shall be the age group upon which X shall mark the spot. And so, in the year 1993, in our plan for social engineering, there shall be many musical festivals of a rather bohemian nature. And there shall be one where you will be featured, during which Courtney Love will crowd surf showing her boobies, and Scott Perks of Avon Lake will be present. And you know Scott Perks, as all the rest, besides my nephew, of this generation thusly marked X, shall be the generation which shall willingly all receive the bucket. At this festival, I wish you to wear, with intent to cryptically mock little Horton, a Dr. Zeus cat in the hat.
Warning, graphic content. And in this way, the cube Brian Warner became Marilyn Manson, from the city of Canton in Northeast Ohio, after moving to Jacksonville, Florida, to follow his infatuation. So getting himself the Antichrist superstar, and was selected as the successor of the high priest of the Church of Satan, in association with an affiliate cult member, also infatuated with the same infatuation as many other Catholic freaks. He was then residing in Cleveland, Ohio, having immigrated there from Mercer, Pennsylvania, knowing my uncle David Hauser, and family relatives, Horton electric contractors, headquartered in the same county in Pennsylvania, who were DoD subcontractors on my base. Airlift wing, persecuting myself, Jacob the centrally targeted figure, in their pact with the devil to centrally target for persecution and a plot to sacrifice for their record contracts. And as high priest of the Church of Satan, selected by the hierarchy, he and they committed ritualistic human sacrifices in allegiance to Satan in a conspiratorial plot invented by, amongst others, Peter Gabriel and Alice Cooper, as he had mentioned in his letter to the public when forced to resign from the band Genesis for being a weirdo, obsessed with killing myself with strange ideation and composing subversive material, centrally and specifically to subvert myself by his intent, which has failed. In a British magazine in the early 70s, and Bob Geldof, and with antics as a cultic ritualist vampire in the Rocky Horror Picture Show cult, conspiratorially produced as a satanic ritual in collaboration with members of my family in England.
Hangover. Too many drops of alcohol. I have a hangover.
Elements in the band, or just you?
It's both. Just like in Christianity, I have God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. It's all one. It's the band, it's me. It's the people.
Are you the boss?
Of course.
In control?
Of course.
Always?
Sure.
Just as I thought I had seen it all.
My fellow Americans, we will no longer be oppressed by the fascism of Christianity. And we will no longer be oppressed by the fascism of beauty. Because I see you all sitting out there trying your hardest not to be ugly, trying your hardest not to fit in, trying your hardest to earn your way into heaven. But let me ask you, do you want to be in a place that's filled with a bunch of assholes?
Run to church right now! Get your asses in church or you're going to hell!
Now for an educational intermission in support.
And now here with some more Halloween costume ideas is Weekend Updates, Adam Sandler. Adam?
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Well, every year I like to offer some suggestions to the kids out there on trick-or-treating, how they can spend their money and get the best quality Halloween costume at a cheap cost. So just kids, why don't you just this year use your face? You can go as a crazy big-eyed man. Hey, look at me. I'm crazy big-eyed man. I want some candy. Get some candy, crazy big-eyed man. My eyes are too damn big for my head. Now give me the candy. Or go as shaky lip guy. I'm shaky lip guy. water to dip into. Candy! Or use a pickle. Go with crazy pickle mustache. I'm crazy pickle mustache! I was given this name because I have a pickle for a mustache. Most people have hair for a mustache, but not me. I have a damn pickle. The result is quite obvious. I'm a freak. Now give me some candy and fuck it over. Or you can go as crazy pickle arm. I'm crazy pickle arm. Look at me. I have one normal arm and one arm made out of a damn pickle. Can you believe such a sight? Isn't it sad how cruel that can be? Oh, I'll never be happy unless you give me some candy. Go on, put it in the good hand. I'll just put my hand off. I'll give me the candy. Or go as crazy backwards guy. I'm crazy backwards guy. I'm not facing you. I'm facing the other way. Isn't that crazy? Now go ahead and leave the candy on the table. Did I mention I have a pickle for a mustache? Finally, you can go and use a tetherball. It's always my favorite. I'm crazy tetherball head. I got a damn tetherball going out of my head and I want some candy. For the love of God, I got a damn tetherball going out of my head. Now, if that doesn't want some candy, what the hell has society gone to? Give me the candy or you might accidentally get hit with a tetherball. Crazy candy!
Hey, Adam, I got one.
So basically, America is stuck with demoralization, and unless, even if you start right now, here, this minute, you start educating new generation of Americans, it will still take you 15 to 20 years to turn the tide of ideological perception of reality back to normalcy and patriotism. The next stage is destabilization. This time, subverter does not care about your ideas and the patterns of your consumption. Whether you eat junk food and get fat and flabby, it doesn't matter anymore. This time, and it takes only from 2 to 5 years to destabilize a nation, what matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. And you can see it quite clearly that in some areas, in such sensitive areas as defense and economy, the influence of Marxist-Leninist ideas in the United States is absolutely fantastic. I could never believe it 14 years ago when I landed in this part of the world that the process will go that fast. The next stage, of course, is crisis. It may take only up to
with small crayons. They make beautiful drawings. Red, yellow, blue, black, all sorts of them. I love my small box with crayons. With my golden yellow crayon, I draw the sun which shines over us. It shines so brilliantly over all China, because the sun is Chairman Mao. With my crayon that's black or brown, I draw a Negro boy, oppressed by the imperialists. Oh, dear friend, we will help you. Children everywhere will help you. Carefully with my crayon of red, I draw the red band of our nation. Always we will follow the party and the revolution. And we will beat American imperialism.
Ireland was once united to England. Englishmen had good inheritances, which many of them purchased with their money on good leases. They lived peaceably and honestly among you. You broke this union. You, unprovoked, put the English to the most unheard of and most barbarous massacre, without respect of sex or age that ever the sun beheld. It is a fig leaf of pretense that they fight for their king, when really they fight in protection of men of so much prodigious blood. Men who have declared the ground of their fighting to be bellum prelaticum et religiosum. You are a part of Antichrist, whose kingdom the scripture so expressly states shall be laid in blood, yea, in the blood of the saints. We are come to ask an account of the innocent blood that hath been shed. We come to break the power of a company of lawless rebels. We come, by the assistance of God, to hold forth and to maintain the lustre and glory of English liberty in a nation where we have an undoubted right to it!
He denied that he had come to wipe out the ordinary Irish people. but failed to acknowledge that his soldiers had killed many unarmed civilians. For many people, Cromwell's campaign in Ireland begins and ends with those notorious massacres, but they only form part of the story. In England, the Parliament had already begun to lay the uncompromising attitude to all Catholics, native Irish and Old English alike, helped forge a common identity in adversity and lay the foundations for modern Irish nationalism. And this, unquestionably, is one of his most important legacies. A warrior of Christ, somewhat like the Crusaders of medieval Europe, he acted as God's executioner, exacting revenge and crushing all opposition, convinced throughout of the legitimacy of his cause, and striving to build a better world for the chosen few. In many ways, therefore, he remains a remarkably modern figure, relevant to our understanding of both the past and the present. Somebody to be closely studied and understood, rather than revered or reviled.
Information in content herein is in context of a whole body and appendix to the record RznrPrgrys1ScryEarthwrm memoir.